Okay, let's try and unpack this. Imagine a market that, well, you might think is a bit old-fashioned, almost smoky.
Hmm.
We are talking about wood-burning barbecues globally.
Right, not the fancy gas ones or the smart grills.
Exactly. The ones using actual wood,
Er,
actual fire.
Yeah.
So today, we're doing a deep dive. We've got this really interesting market insights report on the wood-burning barbecues market.
Okay.
And our mission really is to get past just the surface numbers. We want to uncover the size, sure, but also the projected growth, the regional stuff.
See what's really driving it.
Yeah, find the surprising trends. And, what does it all say about us? About global habits?
Sounds good. So what's the big picture number?
Right, the snapshot.
Yeah.
You might think it's niche, but listen to this. 2021, global revenue, 3.51 billion US dollars.
Yeah, okay. That's already pretty substantial.
It is.
Mm.
And here's where it gets really interesting, projections. By 2025, it's heading towards over 4.12 billion.
Mm.
And then by 2033, almost $5.7 billion.
So significant growth then.
Totally. It represents this really steady compound annual growth rate, the CGR, of 4.11% globally.
Right.
Think about that. For something so, well, traditional, it's consistent, significant expansion.
And that's the fascinating part, isn't it? Just what you said. You've got all this cooking tech,
Yeah.
smart everything. But this market, it's not just holding steady, it's showing really robust growth consistently.
Right.
If you kind of connect that dot, it suggests there's this strong, enduring appeal, something about that primal, authentic cooking.
The experience itself.
Exactly. It's not just surviving, it's thriving. It feels like a real cultural touchstone for people, actually, all over the world.
That enduring appeal part is what makes it so compelling, I think.
Me too.
So, okay, let's break it down. To really understand this growth, where the sizzle is really happening,
Yeah.
we need to go region by region.
Makes sense. Where do we start?
Let's kick off with North America. It's
Yeah.
currently the market leader, the biggest piece of the pie. So in 2021, that region clocked in at a significant $1.49 billion.
Billion. Wow.
Yeah. And looking forward to 2033, it's expected to grow to over $2.31 billion. So still solid growth there.
Right. Maintaining its lead.
And within North America, no surprise, the U.S. is the giant, just in terms of sheer market size.
Sure, the volume is definitely there in the U.S. But, it's interesting. Canada's growth rate is actually pretty strong.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, within the region. It's projected to hit nearly 290 million by 2033. And its CAGR is 4.377%. Quite robust.
That is strong, especially considering the climate sometimes.
Exactly. It kind of hints at this deep-seated thing for outdoor entertaining, maybe a lifestyle embracing that wood-fired experience, even with shorter seasons.
Good point. And Mexico.
Mexico contributes significantly, too. Healthy growth rate there as well, just under 4% CAGR. So it shows the appeal is pretty widespread across the continent, not just, the U.S.
Okay. So North America leads, but maybe the really explosive growth is elsewhere.
Well, that brings us nicely to Asia Pacific.
Right. The report calls this the growth engine.
Yeah, it's absolutely heating up. It boasts the highest overall CAGR for any region, an impressive 5.099%.
Wow.
Their revenue back in 2021 was nearly $800 million, but the projection for 2033 jumps to almost $1.45 billion.
That's a huge leap.
It really is. And within Asia-Pacific, you have to talk about India.
Yeah.
It's leading the charge. Truly remarkable growth. It actually has the highest country-level CAGR in the whole region, 5.922%.
Over 5.9%.
Yeah. It's projected to more than double its 2021 revenue by 2033, reaching around $227 million.
What's driving that, do you think?
Well, it's likely not just rising incomes, though that's part of it. It could point to, a growing middle class really embracing outdoor entertaining.
Right.
And maybe even a return to more communal, traditional cooking methods, sort of a counterbalance to modern life.
That makes sense. A blend of aspiration and maybe cultural roots.
Exactly. A unique mix driving that expansion there.
And China's a big player too, I assume.
Oh, absolutely. Substantial market size in China, projected to hit over 460 million by 2033. And its CAGR is also very strong, 5.285%.
Okay.
And it's not just them. You look across the region, Japan, South Korea, Singapore, the broader Southeast Asia area, they're all showing really solid growth rates, mostly above 4.4%.
So it's a really dynamic picture across Asia Pacific.
Definitely. A rapidly expanding consumer base there.
Okay, let's pivot now. Let's turn our gaze over to Europe.
Right.
Now this looks, well, maybe more mature compared to Asia Pacific.
Yeah, that's a fair assessment.
But still, it's experiencing steady, consistent expansion. Back in 2021, Europe's market was valued over $700 million, expected to rise to over $1 billion by 2033.
With a KGR of about 3.64%. Solid, like you said.
And within Europe, any standouts?
Well, Germany is a strong player, projected to reach over 216 million by 2033. The UK is also significant, heading towards 171 million.
Okay.
France is growing a bit more modestly. Its CAGR is around 3%, but still a substantial contribution.
Right.
What's kind of interesting here, I think, is that even in these established markets, the appetite is still growing.
Yeah.
It suggests it's not just a fad, but maybe a deep-rooted cultural thing that isn't fading. It's evolving, attracting new people.
Is it about new kinds of barbecues or just the experience itself?
That's a great question. Probably a bit of both, maybe product innovation and that deeper appreciation for the ritual of it all.
And Spain.
Spain's showing good momentum, too, projected to reach over 84 million. Strong CAGR there as well, nearly 4%. So it seems pretty broad across the continent.
Right. And the report mentions Italy, Russia, Sweden, Denmark, Switzerland, Luxembourg.
Yeah, all contributing, each with their own distinct growth rates. It paints a picture of a whole continent really embracing this way of cooking to varying degrees.
Okay, continent covered. Where next? How about South America?
South America, yeah. This region is really igniting its own growth story.
Igniting. Good word choice.
Yeah. So the market was over 214 million in 2021, set to increase to nearly 360 million by 2033.
And the growth rate?
Pretty solid. A 4.406% CAGR overall for the region.
Who's leading there? Brazil.
Brazil leads in size, yeah. Projected to hit over 140 million by 2033. But what's particularly striking, actually, is Argentina.
Oh.
Argentina's growth rate is really strong, a 4.858% CAGR.
Wow, that's almost up there with Asia-Pacific's average.
Exactly. Expected to reach over 78 million by 2033. It just highlights how culturally significant barbecue, the asado, is in countries like Argentina and Brazil.
It's more than just buying a grill.
Absolutely. It's fueling market expansion because it's tied to this whole culinary and social tradition.
Right. We also see Chile mentioned.
Yeah, steady expansion in Chile, too. Good CAGR there. And Colombia and Peru also contributing.
So it's clear that passion for communal cooking, outdoor living, it's strongly reflected in these South American numbers.
Definitely.
Okay, moving on. Let's look at the Middle East. This is described as a developing market.
Yeah, developing, but with significant potential. Their market was just over 168 million in 2021, forecast to grow to nearly 280 million by 2033.
And the growth rate?
A healthy 4.302% CAGR.
Who's leading in that region?
Saudi Arabia is at the forefront there. Projected figures reaching over 75 million by 2033.
Okay.
And Turkey and the UAE are also key contributors, showing robust growth rates. Turkey around 4.6%, UAE closer to 4.9% CAGR.
Interesting. It shows these aren't just, Western products anymore.
Exactly. It demonstrates that increasing global reach suggests a growing interest in outdoor entertaining, maybe unique culinary experiences, in a region really known for its hospitality.
Right. Okay, one region left to explore. Africa.
Africa, yeah. Often gets overlooked in these global analyses, but there's emerging potential.
What are the numbers?
The market stood at nearly 130 million in 2021, projected to rise to over 214 million by 2033.
And the growth rate there?
3.722% CAGR for the region overall.
Any specific countries highlighted?
South Africa is mentioned as the largest market within Africa for these barbecues, projected to reach over 85 million by 2033, with a pretty strong growth rate, actually, 4.34% CAGR.
Okay.
Nigeria also shows promising growth, just under 4% CAGR.
So it really paints a picture of a truly global market, doesn't it?
It really does. Consistent expansion across just vastly different economic and cultural landscapes.
Often driven by what, rising incomes? Leisure time?
Yeah, probably growing disposable incomes in many places, and maybe a desire for more diverse leisure activities, including that outdoor cooking experience.
Okay, so let's try and pull this all together. Yeah. What's the main takeaway from this whole deep dive?
I think the key thing is just that robust, really consistent growth almost everywhere.
Yeah.
The wood-burning barbecue market is expanding globally. North America leads in size right now.
Right, biggest chunk.
But Asia-Pacific is undeniably the powerhouse for future growth. And within that, India is just standout, a real accelerant.
So connecting the dots then, what does this consistent growth across all these different regions really signify?
Well, I think it signifies something pretty important, despite all the tech, the smart homes, the push for convenience.
Yeah, instant everything.
There seems to be this strong, maybe even surprising, global affinity for these traditional cooking methods. Wood-burning barbecues. It really speaks to a preference for a certain experience, maybe something rooted in authenticity, connection, maybe even deliberately slowing down in this fast-paced world we live in.
Absolutely. That makes a lot of sense. So given all these numbers, this global trend, it really makes you wonder, doesn't it? In a world that's increasingly digital, increasingly about convenience, what is it about that really primal act, cooking with wood and fire? What is it that continues to capture our imagination like this and fuels such significant market growth all around the world?
That's the question, isn't it? Something to think about.